Welcome to Sherpa Dave's Race Recon series. On this channel, I try and make Zwift more fun and more approachable for riders young and old. As you can see, I fall more into the old category myself, but I don't let that stop me. If you like what you see here today, why don't you take a look at some of the other videos that we have on the channel, and if you like those, maybe hit that subscribe button down in the bottom corner. Week 7 is 2 laps of the Bologna course, so that's out and back and then out and back again. This is a really challenging and entertaining course. Some people might use a different word than entertaining. Essentially, you've got 6 kilometers of flat, 2 kilometer really steep hill, back down that because it's out and back, and then do the whole thing again. There is a intermediate section here, and that is from the start gate to the top of the hill. So you'll go through that twice. It took a bit of digging to find out what the actual intermediate was on this course. I had to ask a bunch of people and take a look at a bunch of previous rides, but there we go, that's what it is. The power-ups, which you will pick up twice each lap at the start and then at the top. You've got the burrito, so that's 10 seconds removal of draft. You've got the anchor, or the anvil, it's an anvil, that gives you 30 seconds of increased weight, so you will pick up speed on that descent. And then you have the van or the truck, which is 30 seconds of increased draft benefit. Bike choice is really tricky on this one. The first 6 kilometers, or that 6 kilometer section, which you go through 4 times, is rolling, so it sort of rolls down and then rolls back as you head towards the steep part, and then the steep part itself is really steep. It averages 10% for 2 kilometers, and it has extended sections at 16%, so lightweight becomes important there. Because of this balance of the two things, you really do want a balanced bike, and I'll probably be on Tron. Alright, let's jump ahead. Alright, so here's the map. We start at the Pens, head on the first flat 6 kilometers. When we get to this sharp turn, then it gets really steep. 2 kilometers of that, back down the hill, back along the flat, and then you get to do it all again. Here's the DS notes. I've broken it down fairly carefully, not a lot to say about it. I shall leave it here for a few seconds for you to take a look. I'm interested to know what you think of my use of the little map there at the bottom of the DS notes and the race on a page. Stick a comment down below if you like it. Let's just jump straight into the ride from here. Okay, out of the Pens, cross this, and we are now on the intermediate. So each lap is an out and back of 16 kilometers, which is basically broken as 6 flat, 2 up, 2 down, and 6 flat again. The critical thing is the first 6 kilometers are all draftable, and if you don't stay in a group, you will just get left behind. There's no question about that. Do everything that you can to stay inside a group for the first 6 kilometers, actually for each time you hit this flat section.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall, so why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
There is a false flat that heads up towards this sharp turn. It's not like some, like if I think about Innsbruck, the false flat that leads to the leg breaker is really tough, it just wears you out. Because of the dynamic here, it goes from 0% up to 5%, and then you hit the steep hill. It's not such a big deal because the steep hill is so steep and so long. It doesn't really matter that you've got fatigued legs as you get there. You're hitting a wall. Alright, we're coming up to it now. You can see the sharp turn. Just watch this gradient. From 3% to 10% to 14%. I'm speeding up now, so we're actually going 5 times the speed I rode up here. You can see that it's just an unyielding gradient as we go up. But this is where lighter riders will come to the fore. You may have lost ground on the flat, you'll be able to pick it up here. Around this bend it does flatten, not for long, but enough. You can pick up a little bit of speed as you're going through here, but then you hit the wall again, so it's a split second. And you see that it hit 20% there on the gradient guide, only again for a split second, but it gives you an indication about exactly how tough this is.
Welcome the final call. It's here for you and me. Nothing good will come from clinging on here. Better sacrifice the life we had
As we go around this dog leg, the gradient backs off significantly. So we've been an average of probably 12% up until now. We're hitting more of an average of 7% as we go up here.
I'm not that girl. No, I'm not that girl.
So the intermediate finishes at the top of the hill. As we come around that little bend, you see the squirrel, and that's your indication you're almost there. It flattens towards the top, and this is where you punch your aero if you have it in that last few meters. After that, it's down the hill. Plenty of opportunity to super tuck. Only one little area where you're at risk of reducing your speed so much that you drop out of super tuck, but if you're in a pack, that probably won't happen. There you go, you can see I had to pedal a bit there to maintain speed, but that's because I'm on my own. Down the hill to the flat. Once you're on the flat, make sure you find a pack so that you can get draft benefit all the way back to the start, and then do it all again.
created. We're automated and overpopulated. We're all fish in a stream, swimming towards a vicious dream. Don't you know we